And good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to last week of July, last week of January. It is January 27th, Monday, 2025. How are you doing today, folks? Welcome to this edition of Makers and Movers podcast. Now, if you can't tell, I am still a little under the weather. This flu is no joke. I will say that over and over again. It took me down, and we still recovery mode, still run down, taking lots of fluids, but still not appetite back, still congested, ready to ready to sleep. Sleep seems to be the biggest thing with this. So if you get it, rest. We're going on like what day 10 of it. It is no bueno, no bueno, no bueno. Today's topic of choice is we're going to what are we getting into today? Today, crowded spiritwear market, right? So basically, blue ocean strategy. So we're going to give you 5 ways that you can, explode your spiritwear game, and we're going to talk about that. First up, we'll catch up with everybody, so I need to know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, what the weather is like in your area, and your 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? So for us, we've got pen wraps that need to be printed. We've got orders that need to be shipped out. We've got DTF and UV DTF that needs to get done, mock-ups that need to get sent out, and we're going to find the time to set up and start testing our X-Tool DTF printer because that did arrive on Friday. So we'll go through calibrations, testing, starting everything today because, hey, that's what we are. We're beta testers for it. Now, there's a lot of information we can't post and still until starting mid-February. And then we can start posting more. There's a little list of things that we can do and not do, say and not say. So we will get into all of those. Also, this weekend, we've got our Super Bowl pick. So I want to hear from you. Who do you got? Chiefs or Eagles? I really want the Chiefs to win it. A couple reasons. I want to see a three-peat. That's cool. And 2, I really can't stand the majority of Eagles fans. I just don't like them. So if they can lose in overwhelmingly, crazy fashion, that's going to be great. But good football over the weekend. Washington hung in there. I thought they had a chance. I thought the Commanders were going to come back, and then it just all fell apart. But was there, and it's good to see that the Chiefs check cleared so that they were able to buy the refs again. So overall, good weekend. Also, other sports news. If anybody follows tennis in the Australian Open, Madison Keys won on Friday, and hey, she's native to our area, so congrats to that. So yeah, overall a good weekend, I would say. Now let's check in and see how everyone is doing. Rye, how's it going, my friend? How was Long Beach? I think I watched your first 2 days. Yeah, I watched your first 2 days. I don't think I watched day 3. How was it? Anything that was, that you were surprised to see? Looking forward to hearing what you got. Hi, Rye from Renee. Morning. What's up, Chuck? Good morning there. It's currently 54 there in sunny. Hey, Renee from Rye. Barb's checking in. Good morning, North Central Minnesota. 23 and headed to 33. I think we're headed to mid-30s today, too. Water in the cup. 5 things. Finish quotes, sewing alterations, digitizing, finish mock-ups, invoicing. Good morning to you, Jerry. Morning, Chuck and Barb from Renee. And Sarah, good morning. 19 and sunny there. Coffee in the cup. Ooh, Sarah's back on the coffee. Way to go, Sarah. Barb's getting her highs to Renee, Rye. Chuck and Sarah, and morning, Jerry and Sarah from Renee, and hi, Jerry from Barb, and morning, Barb and Renee from Sarah, and hi, Renee from Jerry, and Barb's also saying hey to Sarah, Renee. Wait, Ryan, Chuck, me, Barb, morning, Jerry, poor Todd, sleep, fluids, rest. That's what I'm doing. This morning, I'm doing a little Prime hydration drink. It's not too shabby, along with water. Of course, I like 4 of these a day minimum is what I've been rocking on. My goal is to get as much done as I can by noon and then maybe nap for a little bit. Tea in the cup, mid. That's a kid word right there. Rena, how was Long Beach? Let me know how you thought it was. Morning and happy Monday. Coffee in the cup. Working on today's list. And you were right. This sickness is no joke. Deep breaths, cough. Ugh. And it's like it's just sitting there. It's like it just needs to all come out. Rise 5 things today. That'd be nice. Be nice people, new office work. Oh, you try not to fall asleep. Try not to get frustrated. Try not to eat all their snacks. Try not to quit. Right, you took an office job. I thought you were doing it from that you were doing the design stuff from home. Now you're in the office. Good luck, sir. Good luck. The show, you didn't miss anything, but there were a lot more vendors. I think will be my last show for a while. I think I said our plan is we'll always do the Chicago DAC shows because they're local to us. The Impression Show is a great show for us just to kind of break out of the winter slump and head out west because it is a lot nicer there than it is here. And then Vegas can be iffy. It all depends on travel. And then some of the other ones that are closer to us will do. But yeah, you see a lot of the same stuff over and over and over again. And that's where, to me, when it comes to show seasons and shows in general, is it's not so much the vendors because a lot of it you see the same stuff over and over. It's networking, it's the people, it's the connections that we can make. What else can we do? Especially like you and I, right? We print for other people, so can we make connections where we can do things a little more local for them? It's worth a shot. But yeah, I can see it being a while. Long Beach was a DTF show. It's been that way for like 4 years. Renee says, morning, Rena. Commanders lost the game more than Philly won. I would say that. It would be cool to see a three-peat, but Philly's kicker is a local kid, so I don't care. I don't care. Philly Eagle fans just drive me insane. As long as it's a good game with no injuries, I'll take that. Cindy, good morning. Drinking a huge energy drink and getting to work on some social media. Very nice. Bunny season starts soon. Need to unpack them. That's right. Easter is right around the corner. And Jerry says, Ohio is sunny, but in the low 20s. Busy pressing day. 5 things. Pressing, play, order, invoicing, designing, social media. Jerry's rocking solid today. And a morning from Cindy. Morning, Cindy to Renee. So I'm going to give you 5 strategies that I feel can really help when it comes to Spiritwear side of things. And I want to hear your comments down below. Like, give you a couple ideas with the things and then, maybe some examples of it and see what we got there. So first off is going to be capturing those untapped markets. And these are going to be the sports, the clubs, the organizations, the school that aren't raking in the dough, right? They don't have the big boosters back behind them. They don't have the ones that are doing a lot of fundraisers and that. So when it comes to like national suppliers, we all know BSN, they'll go in and they'll offer everything under the sun to the schools, but their main focus is on those high revenue sports like football and basketball, right? There's a whole bunch of other school or other programs that are in the school. Think about those smaller clubs, the cross country, swim teams, drama clubs, robotics teams. These groups are often left to the wayside to fend for themselves, and they don't really have that voice. And that's where you come in because you're local. You're able to generate things for them so they can get those fundings for it. It's your chance to come in and step up and create that market where nobody has for. So how are some things that you can do it? So say for like the drama club, right? Maybe offer some kind of fundraising specialty store or some fundraising store specifically for them, right? Theater themed designs, playful slogans like drama queens and kings, all the world's stage, things like that. Offer apparel and accessories, bags, hats, tumblers. These are things that, traditionally they're left out. So get in there, go after it. Maybe something like robotics team. We're creative, right? We have tools at our fingertips. So create some of those designs that feature some of those STEM themed slogans. Bundle up items, like hoodies, water bottles. Do whatever you can do to help show them that, hey, they're important too. They deserve to be seen and that they can raise some monies with it. So, what can you do? Reach out to those schools in your area. Find those smaller teams, those clubs that are being overlooked by the larger supplier. Look for those sports or clubs that don't get the spotlight. You reach out to them. And then maybe this is where your mock-ups are going to come. Create sample designs tailored to their interests, and then pitch the idea of fundraising a Spiritwear store to them. This is exclusive to you. These are your guys' things. It's not just the generic, Moline High robotics team. Those are always, everybody has that arched thing year. Everybody has those. But, can we offer something different from it? The other thing that we can do is that we can, differentiate ourselves from the big national chains with those faster turnaround times and personalized service, because we've all heard those horror stories about the Spiritwear fundraising showing up weeks, months later. It's arriving too late for their for their game that they're specifically getting it for, or a fundraiser, because they often take weeks to get their stuff, and it leaves it doesn't leave the school so much frustrated. Yeah, they hear it, but more the team, the parents. They're frustrated because they ordered stuff and they're waiting months, weeks, months for their things to show up. So can you provide those faster turnaround times and that personal touch? You want to present yourself and position yourself as the go-to person who delivers on time, and you actually care about them. You're a part of it, right? You want to see what they do. Here's what we can do to create it. Right now, we know we run into this every year. Every team has some kind of senior night, right? So volleyball teams is going to need stuff for senior night next week. Those national suppliers, they're going to say, nah, we're not going to do it, or they're going to say, yeah, we can do it, and here's your crazy rush charge for it. So you can step in, you can deliver it within days to them, and you can save the day. You're the superhero to them. So be that for them. Maybe something else is work directly with the PTO and create personalized shirts for specific fundraising activities, field day, fun runs, school carnivals, and maybe there's something you can print on the back of each one, teachers, themes, anything that you can add customization to it to make the event a memorable one. It fosters those stronger relationships. Just reach out. And what are some things you can do? Well, build systems in place, because without systems, it all falls apart. We want to make sure that, hey, we know how quick we can order stuff, how quick can we order shirts, transfers, everything here, so we know what's the smallest, the quickest turnaround time that we have for them. Do we have template-based things for them? So, hey, you want something quick and turn around? Here's these 10 templates to choose from. We can add your stuff and we can get working on it today. So, use those pre-made templates that you have to your advantage, so that way you can provide, quicker turnaround on things. And a lot of times where everything falls apart for the big box, or, the big ones, is they're just not transparent with them. Be transparent on your timelines. Update them throughout the process. Let them know, that their project's in good hands, that you care about them, and that you're there to deliver on time the product that they want. And that's going to build trust and reliability, so you're able to continuously win those. So there's 1 and 2. Let's check in, and we're going to see where we are comment-wise, and then come back to it. Let's see. And it says, Cindy, you unpack bunnies? Explain. She keeps bunnies in boxes and then lets them out. That's what happens. Rena says, I still like the smaller shows. It's better for networking. Absolutely. And that's why I like the DAX shows. The DAX shows are smaller shows, and they're great for networking. Sarah's 5 things: update an online store, process orders that came in over the weekend, finish printing barcodes for store items, emails, social media. Nice. Mary Alice, good morning to you. Mobile, Alabama, 57 this morning, working on Mardi Gras theme. That is right around the corner, too. And Brian says, BSN regularly delivers the last week of season for football. They do. And that's the thing, is it's 2 weeks before the season. Here's everything for me, and it shows up the last week. So how can we, we're better than that, right? Sean, good morning. 28 there in North Dallas, coffee in the cup. 3 things: finish orders, start on marketing materials, school, B2B, finalize target market list, and in office. So not much multitasking, but you're getting stuff done. King of Printing is here. Hey, Brian. Lord of Printing. One national supplier told a football coach, no, we aren't making your heat gear after football camp. See? And that's the thing, is they're told what to do. They're like, this is what you're going to do. You don't like it, too bad. And that's where we can step in. Hey, Sean from Jerry. Morning, Mary Alice, Brian, and Sean from Renee. Kelly, good morning. Kelly, what did you think of impressions? Communication is key. Morning, Kelly. That is true. I heard Dax is going to Nashville this year. It is. Dax is going to Nashville this year. If you go to the Dax site, they have the 4 listed, and they move locations, I think, of all of them. I think because now it's no longer in Tinley Park. It's in Schaumburg. Is that right, for Chicago? They moved Minnesota, Minneapolis out from the reservation. Now there's Nashville. I think Kansas City, I think, might be the only one that's still the same place. Tim, good morning to you. I can't keep up with his plethora of titles. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out, Cherry. Excuse me. Let's say so. This thing keeps getting me. Now, I touched on this earlier, but we are in the position where we can, innovate with those fresh designs and customization options. Like I said, they all have the arch. They all have this. That's pretty standard for them. Most of the ones from a place like B&N, it's been recycled for years and years and years. Generic, bland, completely forgettable. And we have the power to offer them something with, better, fresh, modern designs that really stand out and reflect the unique character of each school, each group, that individualized personalization for them. So, what are some ways? We can create that bold senior shirt instead of just senior 25, Moline High School. What can we do? We know the trendy fonts that are out there. We know vibrant graphics. We know what's in. We know the slogans, that they actually want to hear and that they're wearing with it. Tap into that market so we can get those things to it. Now, this wasn't so much for us because, hey, we're the Maroons and there's not a whole lot you can do with it. But you can design those basket-based apparels that combine that traditional school pride with those modern aesthetics and distressed textures, minimalistic layouts. There's a lot you can do with it. There's only so much we can do with an M, but we do our best with it. So how do we do all this? Well, we stay inspired. We focus on design trends on platforms like Pinterest and Instagram. Fabrica, we know how that's feeling right now, but you can at least get inspired by the designs there. And how can you bring those ideas into your Spiritwear collections? And, make it personal. Use your online design tools, Graphics Flow, Canva. And if you're able to add some personalization to it, like simple touches of just adding their name on the back of things, it makes a huge difference because they're able to personalize it. Maybe it's a name down a sleeve. Maybe it's somewhere else that you're able to add a little personalization that helps it to it. Now, here's where I think it is one of the big ones. That is, this builds those community connections through those local engagement and support. Those big suppliers rarely engage with the local community. They're just there to collect a paycheck, right? We can a lot agree upon that. But you can be more than just the supplier to them. You can be their print partner. You can be supporting the school. You'll become that trusted resource in your community, and you're going to gain those local clients for years to come. How many times does a school ask for donations? Hey, if the printer was in our area, great. We can do that. Oh, you use somebody like BSN? Reach out to them, see what they're going to get for you. Oh, that's right. They're all about that check. So build on those partnerships with the schools for fundraising nights. Donating. We donate a portion of the Spiritwear sales back to the school. They make money off it. Highlight that when that happens. Brian just showed in our group the other day when they do the big checks, that show how much they made. So it shows that you're invested in their success with it. Is there something that you can sponsor? We know that you're not going to likely get anything back from the sponsorships, but it puts your name out there and shows that you're part of the community. Maybe you can sponsor the T-shirts for the science fair or any event really. But you also want to showcase your work to the students, the parents, the staff, that you're a part of the community and that you're there for them. So ways that you can do that is, hey, you're going to give them a percentage or a dollar amount back from their sales. Even a little bit, it helps build that goodwill and sets you apart. Especially those organizations that don't have the funds, that are not getting the money from boosters and that, hey, every little bit helps, because a lot of that comes out of parents' pockets, coaches' pockets. They don't have the funds that are readily available for it, or they have to beg for it. So if you're able to help with them, knock yourself out. The other thing, be present. These big companies, they're not showing up at school events. They're not showing up at PTA meetings. They're not there to build those face-to-face relationships. They just have salespeople, and that's it, right? So be a part of it. And now here's number 5. This is where we can really, get good at it, because it's the part that I feel we're the best at is streamlining the order process, with easy, no cost setups for it, right? One of the biggest barriers that for schools, organizations, teams, they have is the hassle of getting started. A lot of times on the online ones, there's minimums that they meet, complicated forms, setup fees, hard ordering system. We can be here to simplify all that for them. We can make it easy for them to choose. And we can do this by, setting up that online store, which is really easy for the parents and students to order just directly from. They don't have to worry about collecting forms or chasing checks or dealing with cash payments and that. We're able to take that for them. And we can provide that free consultation to guide those, the organizations, the teams, the schools through that Spiritwear process. We can walk them through design options, set up store, and how we can maximize their fundraising. Then we do that by offering other services with that. Here's some emails, here's some posts. What do you need for it? So invest in yourself. Make sure you know how to use your online ordering systems, whether you're building a store in Chipley or you're building a store in Inktovo or you're building a store in Shopify or you're building a store on Equid. Make sure you know how your system works and highlight that that hassle-free system for them so it becomes really good. And then educate your clients. Provide those resources like the FAQ sheet or short videos explaining how the ordering process works. Show them, give them examples. The easier you make it for them, the more likely it is that they're going to choose you over a complicated alternative. So here's 5 things as we're coming to the end today is we're going to, reach into those untapped markets, those non-revenue backed sports and clubs for them. We're going to differentiate ourselves from the national chains with faster turnaround time and personalization. We're going to, be innovative with our fresh designs, our customizable options for them. We are going to show that we're there for the community, and we're going to build the connections through the engagement and through that local support for them. And then we're going to show them the process, how it's streamlined, and that it's easy and that it can, no cost to set up for them. So that is what I got for you. We'd love to hear from you. And if you're watching Team Replay, put Team Replay in the comments and let us know what you think of all of that. Now, let's see. Yes, Renee, Schaumburg. Yes, Dax Chicago's in Schaumburg this year. Tim says he's just working on his 3D printer, working on a new design. And we were talking about in the mentor call for embroidery. Got a tent job at 12. Need to order a few things for a couple of orders. Tim's on it. Good morning, Renee. How are y'all? There we go. And Jerry says, I have one coach who refuses any designs that are not art. Yep, at the top and the bottom. So frustrating. So frustrating with that. Sometimes we just sneak stuff in. We're like, yep, here's yours. And we added a few more to it. And then ours sell better. And so then it works out right there. And Renee says, I'm hanging there, Kelly. Thanks for asking. Hope all is good with you too. You're welcome, Jerry. You're welcome. So with that, we're going to wrap up today's show. I'm still figuring out topics for the rest of this week. I'm feeling better. I'm doing better. Soon it's got to be gone, right? Soon all this has got to be gone. My head won't be pounding so much. I will be able to continue to talk without being so parched and just, it's just not good. So we'll get through that. What's going on this week? I don't know. Things threw off last week. We get in this. I know there's some stores that we got to have set up. There's a couple meetings that we got planned for stuff in March. I'm going through it and looking at my things here, and just little odds and ends things, and things will start wrapping up, and then closing out on this chapter, opening up in the next one. February 5th, we will have the webinar. I'm doing everything I can to have that released today, the sign up for it, so that way we can get on that. February 5th, 7 p.m. We're going to talk all kinds of Spiritwear stuff, and that will be the pre-launch for our Spiritwear course that we're putting out. So make sure to like and subscribe, so that ring the bell, so that way when we go live, you will be notified of that. With that, we do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. So like I said, make sure you like and subscribe so you're notified when we go live. Until next time, peace, love, press on. We will see you then.